Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, like this traffic just to go 2 exits is just too much. So today we got the slick back going. Okay, anyways, let's get started. We got to do the real deal. Why are we here today? Boom, we're here because we want to learn about buying a house. What are the first steps to buying a home? So before we even get started with looking at property and having opinions on what you want and what you need, the first thing you need to do is get pre-approved. I feel like there's a lot of people in the game that will try to find a realtor first, try to say, oh, I want to see this, I want to see that, I want to see something over there and over here, and you have no pre-qualifications. If you're not pre-qualified, if you're not pre-approved, you have nothing. Okay, so let me bring it back. Rewind. Okay, so even before that, this is what we're looking for. So number one, I think is very important for you to understand that this is not easy. Buying a home is, if not the most largest item that you will ever buy in your home, in your life. Not in your home, in your life. If you don't have the mindset that you're about to embark on a very rough and not so easy, but you have to realize that this is going to be a very difficult journey. It's not impossible, because that's why you have a realtor, but it's definitely going to be difficult. You will be faced with things such as a counter offer. You'll be faced with things with, okay, you have to pay more money. You might find out that your credit's not where it needs to be. You might find out that you need more pay stubs. There's a lot of little battles that can get you discouraged if you don't push forward. So number one is mindset. That's A1 and number one. So after you have mindset down, number two is to look at your finances. Look at your finances and your credit. Making sure that you're not bouncing checks. Making sure that your credit is okay, right? So when we're talking about okay, we're talking about at least 600. There are some lenders that will deal with your credit at a 580 credit score, but we typically want our credit to be around 650, fair, right? Because then that will bring up our interest rates, and we don't like high interest rates. No one likes high interest rates. So our goal here is to make sure that our credit is doing well. We have healthy credit. So healthy credit means that we're making payments on time, that we're paying our bills on time, that we don't have anything in collections, and if they are poor, that we are working to get out of that situation. So that's number one and number two. So number one, mindset. Number two is finances. So once we figure out our finances and once we have our mindset together, number three is to worry about down payment. So how much money do you actually have saved up that you're willing to put towards buying a home? So typically when you're a first-time home buyer, depending on whatever program you have, it's typically around 3.5% to 5% if you're a first-time home buyer. And you don't have to put anything down if you are a veteran, but we're talking about just regular first-time home buyers, right? So you're looking at 3.5% to 5% for down payment off the top, right? So how much money do you actually have ready to move forward? How much money you have, and you're going to set aside that money. So from there, you're going to look in your 401k if that's where you choose to get money from. Some people just save it in their savings account. Some people have money in their 401k. Some people have money here. Some people have money there. Some people have to borrow money from their family. Whatever it is, make sure you have that number and it's solidified so that you know this is in the back of your head when moving forward, okay? That money can't be for this and also for you to buy a car. The money has to be specifically for your home and your home only so that you're able to move forward, right? So once you have that money set, that number in your head, that you know the money specifically to buy a home, then you have to think, okay, what are things that I want to buy but that I now can't buy? So for example, if you want to buy a car, don't go buy a car. If you want a credit card, don't go get a credit card. If you want some new clothes, don't buy no, okay, I'm not saying literally don't buy no new clothes, but make sure your spending is at minimal, because you want all your money to go There's buying your house and the new furniture and everything that comes with it. Do not go buy a car when you're about to buy a house. Do not ball out on anything when you're about to buy a house, because the mortgage company will rip through your bank statements and they will look at everything from when you spend 1 penny to $10,000. They're gonna look at everything. So you need to make sure that your history is consistent and that you are not bouncing checks and that your paychecks are consistent. Your money flow is consistent. So again, 1, mindset. 2, your credit and your finances. Number 3 is down payment. And number 4, yeah, just making sure you're not buying a whole bunch of extra stuff. So now you're in a position to go get a pre-approval. Some people might want to get a realtor before they go get their pre-approval. If I were you, I would get my pre-approval first. Go get your pre-approval. Your pre-approval, typically it might take a day, it might take 2 or 3 days, but when you go get your pre-approval, you want to make sure you have your bank statements, your W-2s. You want to have your bank statements, W-2s, your 2 years tax returns, and a few other things. I don't know why I can't think right now. A few other things. But those are the main 3 things that they're going to need to be able to justify and have real numbers of your income. They're also going to want bank statements of your savings accounts if you have money in your savings accounts. So making sure that you have all that information ready and set so that when you go to get your pre-approval, there's no issue, there's no problem, and you're able to move forward. When you go get your pre-approval, they're going to tell you a few things. If your credit is bad or poor, if your credit's poor, they're going to tell you no, right? If your credit score is under 580, they'll typically tell you no, you need to do this, this, and this, and then come back to get your pre-approval. So when that happens, that doesn't mean, oh, let me just take all the money that I saved up and go spend it. No. You might want to take some of that money and pay off your debts. That's an option. Or you can wait a few months and pay them off slowly and surely and then revisit getting your pre-approval a few months later. So that might happen. Your credit score might be too low. Number 2, your debt to income ratio is too high. So that means you're spending a whole bunch of money and it's almost equating out to the amount of money that you make. So if you're getting a conventional loan versus an FHA loan, they're different debt to income ratios. But just know that if you are spending a lot more money than you're making, or if you're spending 80 to 90% of the money that you're making, there's no way that they're going to be able to approve you for a mortgage. So they might send you home and say, hey, you need to pay off this, this, and this before we can move forward. So that's an option. That might happen. Or you just might get your pre-approval right then and there, and that's what we want. So once you get your pre-approval, they will send you an email saying, hi, for example, hi, congratulations, Jasmine, you got your pre-approval and you're ready to buy a home. You are pre-approved for this amount of money, your loan amount will be this amount, and then you are able to go and look for homes. So that's the next step. So once you get that pre-approval, you're gonna run over to somebody. You can run over to me if you want. I'll keep my information in the bio. Or you run over to a local realtor and you introduce yourself, or you can call around. And what you're really looking for in a realtor is someone who understands your needs. I feel like that's number 1. If your realtor or someone that you would like to work with is not trying to understand your needs, I'm not talking about your wants, but your needs, then potentially you need to reconsider. So you're looking at a realtor whose personality matches yours, who's alert, who's honest, and who is there for your best interest. So if you ever feel like your realtor is too busy for you, potentially that's not the right person for you. They're supposed to be your backbone. They're supposed to be your biggest cheerleader. So find your realtor, and it might take a few. It shouldn't, but it might take a few. And then you're gonna tell them all your needs and your wants. So when you walk in there, you say, hey, I watched this girl JAZSI on YouTube, and she told me to write down my needs and my wants and to come with my pre-approval and my down payment. I'm already setting them up. I'm setting you up for success right here. I'm setting you up. setting you up. So you're gonna go to your realtor, you're gonna say, hey, here's everything that I've done and I'm now ready to look for homes. I would like to look in this area, and this area. Okay, so around this time you are definitely able to go on Zillow, go on all of the online home sites to find homes that are in your range and that you potentially would like to see. So just because you work with a realtor does not mean you can't go online and look for homes. You absolutely can, and you can send those homes to your realtor. It actually helps the realtor out because it allows them to know exactly what you're looking for and the style of home that you're looking to purchase. So boom, right there, that's another one. Next, you're gonna go look for homes. You're gonna go look for homes. At this point, you have all that you need to buy a home. And I think that's enough for this video. I don't know, I feel like I've given you guys a lot of like tips and tricks, and I really want to make this video into a series. I want to show you guys how to buy a house in steps, but I feel like we've conquered the first steps, right? So number 1 is mindset. Number 2 is finances. Number 3, I forgot, what is number 3? Wait, number 1 is mindset, number 2 is finances, number 3 is credit. I think number 3 is credit. No, number 3 is credit. Number 3 is making sure that you're not buying unnecessary things and that the money is going to go directly and only towards purchasing a house. Number 4 is to get your pre-approval. Number 5 is to get your realtor. And number 6 is to start looking to buy a home. Looking for your preference, looking for what will work for you. So please like, comment, and subscribe for some more tips and tricks on how to buy a home. And I will see you in the next part of the series. Have a great day. Bye. Yeah, like this traffic just to go 2 exits is just too much.